Навіть схоже на джемсейшн.
Ну так. Ну, джемстейшн. Ми все, що ми хотіли, ми робимо.
Ну, майже, так.
Is Andrea's
Майже
idea,
можливо.
is Andrea's idea was called this jam session. Yes, correct. I asked him what should our title of our event, because I don't like startup battle. He said jam session.
I'm glad you liked it, Ігор.
I hope in the future we will meet together and have jazz and startup in that place in Lviv, probably summertime or springtime.
For sure.
Is Thomas my mother?
So, hello everyone.
No, Roman, we should wait a little because we still need all jury members.
Oh, okay. So we'll wait till then.
Yeah. I'm trying because they have problem with it. Yeah, Thomas. Problem? Sorry?
Okay.
Ja. Jag tycker att det är 4 gånger. Problemet är att de där grejerna där som tar bort.
Aha, men det här är ju replyen, så ta ursprungs...
Jaha, det är svårare kanske.
Ja, gå tillbaka till hans ursprungliga om du hittar den istället.
Okay, we should start because we have tight time and we have 3 moderators, but fortunately only one just connected because in Lviv we started turn off electricity in different region. Roman, it's floor for students right now. It's floor for you, and we are happy from expert side to be with you together, and we're looking forward to see your presentation. It's your floor. Let's go, Roman.
Okay, thank you. Hope that everything will be okay for today, even with the connection. So I think that we can start. Only a few students in the free are waiting. So, hello everyone. Welcome to the annual Startup Jam event. Thank you to each and everyone for being here with us today. Before we get started, I would like to express my appreciation to all of you who were able to finish their projects on time with all of the blackouts. So now I'm excited to introduce our jury members. So first, Tomas Kарлsson, CEO of Sörmlandsfonden, venture capital fund with Business Angel, CEO and so former for Ad Adventures and B and InnoCatch AB. The second jury, Andreas Nilsson, an interrupter, researcher, and investor working in Stockholm, Sweden. Third one, David Tensor is a senior leader with 15 years of experience in the Silicon Valley teach scene. And the last one, Markíjan Цимбаліста, managing partner of boutique technology consultancy TageSport. So, and now about today's agenda. For judges, you will listen to 10 standard presentations in this half. Each one has to be graded by you in every category. After the presenter finishes the presentation, you can ask the team your question. The Q&A section will start. Please send your field startup project evaluation table files to Igor via email, and we'll count the final points. And the last one rule, after all startups will be presented, we'll be glad to hear your thoughts about today, team potential, and their project's scalability. For the teams, presentation time limit is up to 4 minutes and 2 minutes for Q&A section. So in advance, I wanted to apologize for the team because on the 3rd minute, I will interrupt you and tell you that, guys, you have only 1 minute left. Except one team which will have 5 minutes for presentation, but they will have only 1 minute for Q&A section. The second rule, we'll have your final grades after all teams have presented their projects. And the last one, the teams 11 and 20, from 11 to 20, at 3 p.m. By Kiev time, you will have to join another team conference for part 2. So now the boring part is over. Best luck to everyone. I would like to introduce the teams. Give me 1 minute for that.
Just a quick question. Would you like us to score them 1 to 10, or what's the grading system?
No, it is you see in your table you should only mark.
Oh, it's I see now, up to 30.
Yeah, up to 30 for business model, up to 30 for prototyping evaluated and competitive advantage. 20, I think, for how it's created, presented, and -5 in case somebody is overall that time. Because it is the main score is 100, but 10 points will become from the pitch from October, and 10 points will become from barometer in this entrepreneurial attention, which is they should feel after our event. Okay.
So do you mean that we, for instance, in the business model, we divide the 30 points within the categories, or can we give up to 30 points for each row?
No. Only 20 points total for business model, up to 30 points. You are this each row only for your like checklist to understand if everything is presented, but not needed to put.
Okay. Thank you.
Overall, your impression from business model, and overall your impression from up to 30 from prototyping, and overall your impression from skills of presenting. Let's go. Who is first?
And let us welcome the very first team with the project Budget Solve. It's a fast, accurate, and scalable business software for project management. So, guys, you can present and feel free to make a great presentation.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. So, unfortunately, I have some problems with my internet connection, so it cannot handle even my camera. But at least I hope you will see my screen.
Yeah,
so, do you see my screen?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Okay, let's start. Our team wants to present our project Budget Solve. So here's our team: Anastasia, Yarina, Denis, and Bogdan. It's our colleagues and students in our university. So let's start with our vision. Our vision is to make business easy for everyone, and our mission, creating all-in-one software product to include all management and calculating features for all kinds of entrepreneurs. We want to give our clients fast and reliable service for creating and supporting their business projects. Our goal is to achieve all best practices from different areas to make all-in-one app that will help you with planning and scoping, set start dates and deadlines, create budget, create custom components, and build your project like a Lego. You can easily monitor and update your progress on the fly and receive detailed breakdown in result.
So project budget. Sorry. The project budget. I'm on a small, medium, and big businesses. Any companies or agencies that have at their disposal a team or a set of team, strict budget, and want to have an ability, see project development clearly and detailed. You will be able to see our advertisement in popular social media. This is our distribution channels, inside search engines and business topics on popular sites. Our application is an online service accessible on any desktop, tablet, or even mobile with internet connection. So our customer relationship is that we want to have a long-term relationship with them, talk to each other and provide continuous support to achieve best user experience and make sure that that will satisfy most of his needs.
So our key resources to bring this project to life, it is needed to assemble a team, provide technical equipment, salaries, apply its intellectual property like engineer software, also including activities like app design and development, bringing it to the public, continuous support for clients regarding issues they may encounter while using our service. Among our potential partners can be providers of cloud platforms for remote hosting, business agencies, so we can receive response about what features is the most popular and what's need to be added in future and so on. Cooperating with for app support and creating new features with different software agencies.
Guys, the last minute.
No, we would prefer to focus on web advertisements so we can receive more visits on our service since potential user is already users and internet accessible devices.
So as we have our last minute, what about revenue streams? The most interesting part that we want to provide subscription plans with demo versions and make it apply discounts according to the length of our plan. And what about small prototype and design? So as we said already, you can plan and start and deadline of project, describe budget now or later when the time comes up, add your teammates to help you, add as more components as you want, describe price, profit, and fees for a single component of the whole project instead. Save your progress to the library in order to reuse your work in future, add predefined deliverables and create custom ones, edit them whenever you need, and instantly get newly generated statistics.
So that's all. That's all. Thank you, guys. And now the Q&A section can start.
We go to questions for our expert.
So maybe I can start. Thank you for a good presentation. I had a little bit of a problem understanding exactly what it was that the software did, because when you say that it does everything, it can also mean nothing. But then I got very curious in the end when you showed some graphics. So I would like to have seen more specific examples. Maybe you can say something specific that it does.
Okay, like one of the main ideas was to when some entrepreneur have or company have a project like insurance plan, and he want to apply like create custom components like for each his client, and he can create items inside their project in our application where he can describe rate, a price, profit from this one item, and what is the cost and what is margin and markups. And in the end, one of the most important things that we have in our plan, it's a detailed breakdown in the end, like with exporting features in our well-known file extensions like Word, Excel, or similar, that he can understand what was done and what is going to be done.
So sorry for that, but there is no time for Q&A section. I understand that it's hard to present and hard to evaluate in such a short period of time, but other teams should have their time also. So thank you, guys. And the second project will be Receipt Mania, if I'm spelling correctly. So guys, feel free to present your project.
Hey, hello, can you hear me? Probably can.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, can you see the screen?
Sure.
Okay, let's start. Yes. Waiting for my teammate Maxim to start this. Please. A second, I'll check if he's here.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, now yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hello again. Today I'm delighted to tell you about our MVP project named Mania, and a few words about our team. The squad combined different people from different spheres. We were using the Agile framework to develop our application to create the MVP project. We were using sprints, and also we have some team values. So our team values are passion to work, organization, focus on goals and results, and definitely team collaboration. So now Stanislav will tell you about the vision and the mission of the project and the NABC model.
So to get back to our project, to get started, let me tell you about how the idea of this project was born. Students are very busy by their nature, and this means we have less time to think about our food or diet, our overall. This is what it led to us to our vision. This means we have, which is clear, is make, So it is hard for students to balance their diet, and it's hard to do this stuff. So we've came up with an idea. Then we started to work on our project from creating an ABC model. The most common needs we've seen people encounter are maintaining a balanced and healthy diet without barring meals and so on and so forth. With our product, we try to help our users by offering a functionality to plan a diet for a person or the whole family, offering some new recipes and so on. As to our advantages over the competitors, our solutions offer unique functionality to suit the user needs best. And that's all from me, and I'll send the words to Dee again.
Thank you, Stanislav. In order to correctly build a business model, we conducted a certain survey among potential customers. The questionnaire contained the questions you see on this slide. As a result of this experiment, we wanted to find our target audience and which functionality of our project most attracts potential customers, and it paid off. About 560 respondents took part in the survey. You can see a result here on the slide. I can tell a lot about each chart, and then I was preparing my speech. I did it, but due to the time limit, we will go over the conclusions that we made and which helped us to validate our business model. And we came to a certain conclusion. Product have to be really convenient, and like others, this is own features. Customers have not seen the work of competitors, so if you attract some marketing customers, will stay with us. Our features, received constructor and received recommendation, are very important. It should also be said that on average, customers are willing to pay $2-3 for a monthly subscription to our app. The largest target audience that agreed to pay for our app is women aged 25-50 years old. Let's proceed to the estimation of the cost of our project. When evaluating such web resources, there are two important criteria: monthly income and traffic. Since we will have neither traffic nor profit, we offer our formula: the monthly salary of each role in the creation of the project that we performed, plus payment for hosting, plus payment for marketing, plus payment for perspective of our idea, plus additional cost. So the estimated cost of our project is from $15,000 to $20,000 monthly development. Next, I will pass to the floor to Stanislav. He will tell you about our business model.
So thank you again. So in short, we've used...
Guys, sorry for that. Last minute.
Sure. So in short, we've used a subscription model. Everyone knows it, everyone loves it. The main engine for the revenue flow will be a bunch of different features for the user closed by a paywall. Additionally, it is planned to use advertisement both as method of growing the user base and as a revenue flow. Basic subscription for a month will cost around $2 and $4 for an upgraded one. I'll skip the next part and go to the presentation of the prototype. We've validated our prototype over several potential users and made sure that it is intuitive and easy to use. Here's an example of one user journey to show you how our product helps for the user to find the cook recipes they need. So the user option opens our web application, enters the ingredients and they have available, and then time they have willing to spend cooking, and the app finds and displays the list of recipes that meets those requirements. For each recipe, there are clear directions, details about the recipe and similar recipes. The user also has an unique an option to save the recipes or favorites if they like. This is probably it. We've analyzed a lot of similar alternatives, and we think we know how to make it better. Thank you. Any questions?
Guys, sorry, that's all.
Yeah,
we need a few questions from our judges to you.
Yep.
So maybe do some questions for the team.
Yeah, just unmuting here. Thanks so much. This is delicious. I think this is a great idea. There's definitely something here that I really enjoyed how you did the market research and how you concluded that there's a fairly high barrier of entry for people paying for a service like this, but that there are people that are willing to pay for it. And I think it's a smart way of using it. So I really enjoy that part of it. Do you want to?
Yeah, an idea to add is that I think that it would be a good idea to also not only choose your favorite recipes, but also be available to adjust them for your own purpose. As when I do cooking, I used to have some favorite recipes, but I also always do some adjustments for what I like. So if you could add that to your idea.
Yeah, it is actually pretty common to use a recommendation and so on and so forth for that. You could also probably customize the recipes you want. So that is not a big deal. This is just part of development, I guess.
Really good. Great idea.
I think it's also an opportunity to nudge people towards eating more healthy. So, and I think that was part of your vision. So aside from just listing the things that you could cook with your ingredients, you could sort of steer people towards the stuff that is more healthy, and maybe highlight one or two ingredients that are missing. Like if you buy this ingredient, then you will be able to make this dish instead. And that could be a potential revenue stream for promoting certain ingredients and having a collaboration with, grocery stores and things like that.
Had that in mind as well. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, this seems robust, and it seems like you thought through the business model for it. So well done.
Yep, thank you.
So that's all for Q&A section. Thank you guys for presenting your project, and I'm happy to announce the third team, and the name is Code Against War. So guys, feel free to present.
Hello, Roman. Hello, everybody. Give me a second to present my screen. I will be the only presenter from our team. So please let me know if you can see my screen.
Am I seeing the thanks section of the previous project? I'm the only one who's seeing the slide?
No, we're seeing the
we can
code.
see it.
Yeah, code against war is what we see here.
You see the presentation, yes?
Now we see the presentation.
No,
Yes.
it's good.
Perfect. So this is the agenda of my presentation. We will talk about our goals, about our motivated and creative team, business model, MVP, what we have done, and etc. In this slide, I will think about different perspectives and what value we bring to companies and what value we bring to students. Our idea is to create a platform which connect motivated and motivated students with IT companies, and they can that they can bring value to this company by providing their expertise and their innovating type of thinking, etc. As you know, in Ukraine, we now are going through a crisis, and our IT companies need a large number of qualified and most importantly, motivated people, and our students as well want to try themselves in big IT companies. So this is the problem from students' perspective, and companies, we suggest them to provide some tasks for students so that they can provide their expertise during tenders or pre-sales. This is our solution. In the next slides, I will provide some sites which have similar functionality, such as lead code and code wars. But here we also suggest companies to pay us for placing their tasks on our site. So we want to make kind of board of tasks. Yeah, this is this is table which tasks which are paid for students, and companies play a role of sponsors. And during the course, we developed online compiler so that it automatically checks whether the task was completed right or wrong. Yeah, and it gives some points for tasks completion. This is our personal account page where you can see your ratings and how much money you earned. And this is actually our idea, which represents our business model. Our main companies which provide the same, let's say, functionality, same opportunities, and we want to make it better. So business canvas, this is our price list. So we want to take money for posts, and and when we will gather larger audience around our company, we will charge more money for our.
So sorry, but that's all. Now we have a time for the QA section. So judges, feel free to ask something to Markіян.
While asking, you can scan this QR code and follow the link. Also encourage you to do that.
Really good idea. think you're onto something really, really good. We didn't know that there were similar companies on this kind of market, but it seems like you have, and it was not really clear about what the difference is between them and what you will do. But if you could develop that further, it would be really interesting to look further to this idea.
Yeah, I had the same notes. It's basically that seems to be a very competitive field. So the question is, how you said you wanted to do this better. I think is what you said. So that I'd like to hear more about how would you do this better than the competition, because it is a really opportunistic marketing opportunity. I think it obviously has a lot of great PR value to it. So if you do it right, then this could be really big.
Yeah. To be honest, this is not completely the same thing what, for example, LeetCode provides, because if you know outsource market, then companies usually have tenders and pre-sales when they analyze the customer need, and they say how much time it would take for them and how much money they would charge for this work. And we want to simplify this workflow for companies. So they just place their task on our site, and students and whoever is interested in it, they can provide their solutions. There is sometimes people say that we need people who was not previously in big companies, who have different type of thinking and so on. So some kind of that.
So thank you, Markíyan. Sorry for that. Thank you. And the next team will be the staff time. So guys, you can start now.
Yeah, 1 second. So can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Hi everyone. We would like to present to our project Staff Time. The idea of creating this project came from the basis of our own experience. There's a certain problem of small companies with the choice of the service for personal accounting. This is where our vision and mission come from. We try to make accounting simple and pleasant. For accurate calculations of our efforts, we have compiled a business model of the project. So first of all was surveys. Regarding to the cost, it's a separate block. You can see all info at the screen. However, the next question was whether our companies and clients are ready to pay for the employee accounting service, which take into account the number of employees of the company in the subscription price. Also, I have to remember about our cost. As we estimating the cost of our project, everything here is quite simple. The team is young and small, so it consists of only 2 people, backend developer and QA manual. Also, we estimated the cost of the project idea and cost of the project advertising. So all numbers you can see at the screen, it's very small, I think. We get the result as $8,000 or $10,000. So I think now I have to show our prototype. 1 second, yeah. So we started. There is a user registration. You can see how it works. So just a Telegram bot, but I think it's very useful for everyone. So now it's a company registration. It just consists of 2 fields, company name and company description. Okay, now you can see how creating request for bonus is, for example, overtime or referral bonus. I don't know what it's can be. So it consists a field like on the screen. And now you can see output companies and current user and request. For requests, for worker, there is only worker request, but if it was admin, there was all requests that he might to review. So I think that's all. The ABT team worked on this project, and as part of this team, Andrian Kozan is a backend developer, and Irina Kotsur is a QA manual. So thank you for your attention. If you have any question, we will be happy to answer. That was very quick.
Thank you for the presentation. I think you have selected a very good problem or market. So this have been solved in other markets in companies that have grown super profitable. So, and I think there's absolutely room for local solutions in local markets. So it's a very good problem. What I would have liked to see, if for a business, I would want to know more about how you will find your customers. So what would be your cost for every new customer? And in that sense, I could get a feel for how you would grow this. But good presentation and a good problem that you're solving. Thank you.
Okay, about costs. I think there will be a trial period for 3 months. I think it would be good. And I think for a staff of 50 employees, I think the price will be $100, I think. And for companies with 100 employees, I think $300. And for more employees, it will be maybe and about how we find our clients. I think that advertising will help with it, because I think that they will found us in the Instagram or maybe in Telegram with their advertising, or YouTube, you know.
Thank you. That's perfect.
So you have reached your limit. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the presentation.
Thank you.
And the next team will be the Aftersoft team, and their project is Smart Parts. So guys, take the mic and let's go.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Yeah. I am a member of the Aftersoft team, and today I want to present you the idea of our team's project called Small Parts. So our team consists of me and 4 of my teammates. You can see their names, and also you can see the responsibilities of each of us in the development process. So 2 of us are not present today because of the problems with electricity. And also, I'm not supposed to be a speaker, but I believe it will be okay for you to listen to me. So what is the problem we are trying to solve? Almost every car owner has faced the need to repair his car. And sometimes to solve this problem, you need to replace some part in the car. In this case, it is necessary to purchase it somewhere. And some can use offline stores, and some can search on the internet. However, in order to find the most profitable product, you need to spend a lot of time, especially if you're a tender manager and you need a lot of quality spare parts at the lowest price. And for example, if you need like 50 parts, then the search can take up to 8 hours. You can also go the other way and buy everything from one seller, but you would spend much more money than you could. And our solution. So our program for optimizing tender trade can help here, namely the search for auto parts with the lowest prices. Based on the ID number of the spare part, it will find the desired product in online stores, take its price from there, and show the cheapest options. And some benefits. With our solution, the user will be able to save time and money, as the program will automatically search verified sites and show stores with the lowest price. And all of this can be shown in one desktop program with a convenient interface. Considering the advantages in the market, overall, the market for automating the search for auto parts from various suppliers is not yet developed in Ukraine, and there are actually no direct competitors to our solutions. And analogs mainly cooperate only with suppliers whose prices are inflated, and also interfaces of such services are inconvenient and mostly outdated. We in turn offer a search in a wider variety of stores and a more convenient interface. So that's all considering presentation. And now I pass the word to my teammate, Yuri Kravchuk. He will show our prototype of our project and tell something about it.
Mikhailo Guts will demonstrate the program. This is our program. The interface consists of an input field and the ability to select sites for the search. For example, we will find some auto parts. Yeah, it takes some time.
Is it searching on websites, or what?
Yes,
what is it doing? You can maybe describe it to us.
It takes a minute. It will take a minute. There are more products. That's why.
So you have inputted where it should go and look, and it scrapes web pages, or what is it doing?
You type the name or article of the auto part, and it search it in many sites, and there is the result of searching. There are naming, price, and amount of it, and the images if it has. That's all we want to show you.
Yeah, we're ready to answer the questions.
Okay, were you finished?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I've seen similar solutions like this in Sweden. My brothers love to work with their cars, and I think that they are quite well used. So if you don't have something like this in Ukraine, it's probably a good market for it. And also perhaps sometimes the part number, I guess there might be different part numbers depending on if it's an original part or if it's from not an original manufacturer of the part. So I think you need to consider that also, how to find right.
Maybe this is a stupid question. I'm not a car repairer, but how do you find the part number? Like, let's say I open up my car and I find something that is broken. Like, how does that work?
So basically, if you're trying to use like our program, you don't need to know the part number. You just enter its name, and based on its name, it like automatically predicts several numbers, and it finds over them. So,
okay. Okay, and maybe like image search will work as well at some point.
We didn't realize the image search yet, but yeah, we can do it in the future.
My only comment is that I really like it. Well done.
Thank you. So we head to the next team, I think. I don't remember what the name is.
It's Karpatus.
Let's go to the next team.
Karpatus, are you here?
Probably you should go further. Let's go to the next team. Probably you should.
Sorry guys, the problems with internet also reached me. I think that the previous project have lost their time, and if doesn't anyone start, I wanted to introduce the PavMate project. So Guy, take the mic and let's go.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who made this event happen. I think it's indeed a wonderful opportunity for us to present our projects. Can you see my screen? I'm sorry, can you see my screen?
Yes.
So thank you. First of all, let's restate the problem. Because of war, many people was forced to leave their houses. As a result of that, many animals happened to be on the streets. Thanks to the efforts of the Ukrainian volunteers, they were moved towards the western regions of Ukraine from the war zone. As the result, the shelters are overcrowded and not every animal could live in enclosures. So we need to find this animal new home as soon as possible. PavMate can be viewed as a bulletin board system which provides a user-friendly experience to create ads for pets and show and search for existing one. Now I want to present you our prototype. So it is the homepage, which you will see directly from the Google. After brief registration, you will be able to create new ads using this interface, which will look like that as the result. Then it will be displayed in certain categories. I'm sorry. In the certain categories. Also, it provides the opportunity to create cards for related institutions like vet pharmacies, zoo, shops, and etc. Let's return to the presentation. Here you should see our milestones of our project. That's exactly how it's going to work. First of all, we finish our project, do the proper testing and deployment. Then we contact the shelters and volunteers, which we already did. We already have their phone numbers. We can do it anytime. Then we attract new customers to our service, then adding new features. And we have a lot of ideas how we can scale this idea. Then we will charge the brands of certain related goods and services for ads and banners. This money will be transferred back to the marketing. So more customers, more money, more customers. That's how this project will be self-sufficient. Also, I would like to introduce you to our team. Here they are, best of the best, from left to right. And that's it. If you have any questions, you can, I'm ready to answer for them. Thank you.
Thank you. I have to say this is, so far this has been the clearest presentation. I think this has a very, very crisp purpose. Honestly, just seeing the pictures of cats makes me smile. So that you already won my heart in that sense. But I think it particularly was a good overview of the project, of the milestones. Like you developed a roadmap, you have an idea where the revenue might come from. Yeah, I think this is really crisp. I think in terms of getting that growth loop that you described of getting partners and the revenue from partners and feeding that into marketing, you should think about ways to kickstart this thing. You said you already had the numbers for these different partners, so maybe that's the way where you start, and the volunteer, the various volunteer institutions, or I think I forget what you had on the slide, but there's something you will need to do to jumpstart this, to get it going, because this is something where you have to create the network effect, because you have different users, different customers in the system, people who have their pets missing, people who or companies that are interested in selling services for people who have pets. So I see this as something that could grow into something bigger, and I really enjoy the crispness of the presentation. Really good.
Yeah, thank you for your notes. And
just to follow along that line, I agree completely. And one idea how to spread this very cheaply is to build on social media and follow the life of the pet after adoption, so that when the pet gets a new life, they can share and also sort of tag you in, and that would encourage others to also adopt pets. So that's an idea to how to do that. Great presentation.
Great. Yeah, good idea, Andreas.
So I think that's all. Sorry guys for my internet connection. This issues also reached me. I guess that was a Jotun project. So the next one will be digitalization. If am I correct?
Yes, hi. My name is Chris, and I'm speaker of the team that's working on Project Jotun. Can I have next slide, please? Thank you. Let's introduce ourselves. We are first-year students who came up with the concept of an application that, in our opinion, will help every person who has decided to meet or go with someone they know. Time of prototyping and developing of our app has took 2 months. The problem is that people who want to go somewhere have to know where their friends go. But when people want to visit places, they might have a problem. They have to know the exact meeting place, and there's a possibility they will get lost trying to find each other. Or you came earlier than your friends and decide to go towards them. To do that, you have to know which way they're going. So we have a strong competitor, Google, but in relation to Google, we have advantages. First of all, we have online. You can share a label of where you are, your geolocation. You can customize the marker as you like, and you can follow your friend where he is. So this is our business model. We will have advertisement for non-premium users, but if you want your apps without ads, you will have to buy premium. Also, the premium will give customization and many paid pins for the map. You will also be able to invite friends and receive gifts for inviting them after they buy premium. It's our prototype. Right now, it looks like this. So thank you all for your time. This is our emails and list of team members. Feel free to ask questions.
So where will you get the map to start with? Will you build on top of Google Maps?
Did you get the question?
Yes. I'm sorry. Maybe our developers will answer that. Okay, can you repeat the question for them? I think maybe they have internet problems.
Okay. Well, anyway, Google Maps is an enormously popular and well-used application, but it has limits. And in that sense, I think it's very smart to build something on top of Google Maps, because everybody uses Google Maps, and I agree that there are some frustrations with it. So it's smart, but it's also a little bit dangerous if Google decides to include the features that you build your business on. So that is why I like the idea, but I also think there could be some dangers. So those are my reflections. But thank you for a good presentation.
I think there are more values to this idea also. I think it's a good idea. I've seen some similar where parents use and their children use it to see really where you are and how you can catch up with each other and so. And I think you can develop this for many different applications really. So it's a good idea. Please work further on it, and you might get something really nice out of it.
Yeah, thank you.
I think it would be good to know exactly where you have your competitive advantage over Google Maps. I know that you listed the ability to see live, but it's actually Google actually has this feature already for parents, for example. Like I can load up my phone and I can see exactly where my son is right now. So I'm wondering if
yes, I see. Yeah, I see. But that's, as you said, that function is for parents, and you, like we said, it's for friends, family meetings, maybe some new colleagues to meet them. It's not only just for parenting. So it's like it catches more wide auditory of users, not only parents and kids.
And I think this could have the potential to expand into some sort of personal safety feature as well, like being able to say to your friends, I'm going here, even if you're not meeting, just being able to share your location with certain people that you trust could be something that could be highly beneficial from a safety standpoint.
Yes, I agree on that.
So also from me, thank you, Christina. Great job. And I'm happy to announce the next project. The next project will be digitalization project. So guys, take the mic and let's go.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, can you see my presentation?
Also.
Thank you. Great. The 21st century certainly brought us a great rise in technology, but with new opportunities come new challenges. In the news nowadays, we can see how the Russian troops burn or steal Ukrainian archives and cultural pieces. Ukrainian big and small businesses have been relocating from the most dangerous territories for almost a year. Somebody left their home, leaving their lifetime of memories behind. That's how the digitalization project, or Digit, was born. We believe that in the age of technologies, we must help people to save those precious things they cherish. So our goals are to help people to save old memories that carry historical, personal, and cultural values, to provide services for effective business digitalization, and to partner with government institutions to digitalize important historical and political pieces. How can we achieve them? We offer a network of services for digitalization with reasonable prices, high reliability, and the utmost quality. Our customers include big and small businesses, public institutions, and people who simply want to make their own memories last longer. And now I will pass my word to my colleague, Markíjan. Markíjan, please.
Yes, hi to everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
we can hear you.
Okay. To make our project succeed, we came up with the following business model canvas. So our customer segments are different people, business, client, and companies, government, Our value proposition, as was said, is we provide a network of services for digitalization to help people save the old media that carry historical and cultural values, and help businesses and government with digitalization with reasonable prices, high reliability, and utmost quality. So channels through which we will do it are service centers, global distribution channels through shipping partners, online and phone customer service. Customer relationships, we propose a customer first service mindset, the quickest service delivery possible, and online and phone communication channels. So about revenue streams, yes, obviously from media digitalization, from storing customers' digitalized media on our servers, and from providing digitalization service for business and government, and from advertising services of equipment providers. Yeah. So key resources we need is equipment, warehouse and fulfillment centers, servers for data storage and cloud service, and so on. Yeah, and key technical. Okay. So we present you the prototype of the website that we built to encapsulate the main ideas of our project. Here you can see that we offer our client set of services related to business and personal use, as well as shipment of the physical copies. Below there are examples of pieces we are suggesting, as a digitalization of film, video, audio, photo films, physical photos, slides, and so on, scanning of paper media, processing and improvement of resulting pictures and scans, and so on. And of course, we offer help with business digitalization, potentially including consulting. And that's all. Thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions, please let me know.
Thank you very much. I guess that this service is of a great need in the terrible situation you have in Ukraine right now, as you started to show, and I really appreciate your way to showing this, that there are so much value that are being lost, unfortunately right now. So I really hope that you can get this going to start to save these memories that you need to save for the future.
Thank you very much.
So I'm curious about what does the competition look like for this? Are there services like this today? And if so, because you talk you being the best service and the utmost quality, and but I'm not sure if I understand how that is comparing against your competition.
Yes, here we have the example of our competitors. So of course we have such services like worldwide, but also we have the local one in the Ukraine. But first, their work, I guess, it stopped during the war, the past 9 months, and also I believe they don't provide some servers storing of the digital data they provide, and also they don't ship their orders. So I believe we can give the more wide range of services to our customers.
That's super helpful. That also explains your where you can add unique value.
Thank you.
Perhaps also you could develop the idea a little bit if you can take care of these different kind of media and store it in a very safe place before you digitize it. So it really is no risk if you will have more attacks from the Russians. So that might be a possible add-on to your business idea to also store the media before you digitalize it.
Yes, I believe we've added this to our business model, for in some places to store all the physical data, like physical media.
One last comment maybe is when you describe the customers, you described end user, governments, businesses. I'm curious if you have done any thoughts on where you have the biggest opportunities and where you would start.
I'm sorry, could you please repeat the question?
Yeah, so it's more of a reflection. I think you described your audience as fairly broad, like both businesses, governments, private persons. So I'm just thinking about what's the biggest opportunity, because if you want to jumpstart this type of business, you need to you need to roll up your sleeves, and I think just scoping the segments down to something more manageable. Your vision is digitalization for everybody, and I guess my point is maybe it's not for everyone first. Where would you start?
Okay, I guess we would start with some like small local businesses, maybe that are led by some old people, or it's very old businesses that have like a lot of paperwork, lots of accounted things going on, like physically, and we can help them to provide some services to consult them in this problem and to help them firstly, and then we can like broaden up to some large clients, maybe state clients, etc.
Very good.
Thank you.
So thank you for the presentation. Great presentation, great job. And I wanted to announce the next team, the project and infobot for internally displaced person. So guys, take the mic.
Yes, one moment. Say me please if you see my screen.
Yeah, we can see it.
Super cool. So, hello everybody. Today our team would like to present our idea, namely an infobot for internally displaced persons. One moment, it's not that. It's the end of all of that. Forget about it. Okay. Our vision is assistance to internally displaced person, because being in bad emotional state, it becomes even more difficult to navigate in unfamiliar terrain. Our mission is creation of a convenient product aimed at supporting internally displaced persons. If we will talk about value proposition, then for game creators, the user won't spend time searching for right location, and a list of all the necessary institutions and services they offer will also be provided. In this way, the user will simply navigate in unfamiliar area, and he will be able to consider available institution nearby. So if we will talk about product and services, information about the necessary places is provided. And if it pain delivers, the information is collected in one place. What about customer segments? If it pains, information is chaotically placed. If it gains, and easily to accessible to and well-known the platform. And the main custom jobs is get useful information about the location of the desired place and accessibility. So we as a direct distribution channel sell goods directly to the consumer, and like customer relationships, we are constantly updating information. Our key resources, it is electricity, internet, developers, equipment like PC, router. Our key activities, it is solving the problems. If talk about cost structure, it's wages and salaries, repair of equipment, electricity, and advertisement. And our revenue streams, it is support by donations. Here we ask several people to evaluate our vote, and here you can see their feedback. And on this screen you see this vote, and how does it work? For the first, we press the button, we start, and after that we get the message with description of what this bot does. And as well as menu on the bottom of the screen. We can choose what exactly do we need from the following. And after that, bot gives you information on this request. And so it works with each item as follows the image on the examples. And I want to say that it's only prototype, and in future we will work more and more from this project. So thank you for your attention. Now I'm ready to answer on your questions.
Thank you for the presentation. That's really inspiring. I don't speak or I don't read Ukrainian text, so I had a bit of a difficulty to understand the prototypes and kind of. Can you give an example maybe of what type of things this bot can do?
Okay, no problem. Look, for example, we have, yes, Ukraine and some territory where is bomb attack, a lot of, and people from this area moved to, for example, in Lviv, other territory where is safety. But it's like new location and people don't know where is like bank, where is like some post office, where the post office can give you money like that you moved from this territory, and it's like help for government. And where is police, where is hospital. So we make a bot where people will like press the button with start and have a menu, a big menu, not like on this screen, because it's like only we do like prototype for Lviv area, and they type on, for example, Barist Bank, and they type of that, and after that they will have get message with map, and of course, we will need to have their location, the user who will use it. He needs to turn on their location. And after, the bot sent for him or for her the map.
So where, I'm sorry, I need to interrupt a little bit. Where does the bot get the info? I think it's very smart to have a bot, but what happens when the bot starts to search? How does the bot find the information?
Okay. How bot have this information? Of course, our team, like 3 people, work on this, and we like in code we add a lot of like we check the people like developers check all like hospitals or police who will help with that, because not all of post office can help with it.
So you build your own database and the bot talks to that data. It's not a search, it's a search in your database that you try to make as good as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So thank you. The QA section is left. Thank you, Irena, for answering that.
Thank you for everyone.
As we are nearing the halftime, I'm glad to welcome the last team of the first part for today. So the last project will be Avail, the platform for volunteering. So guys, take the mic.
Hi everyone. Sorry, it could be extra sounds in my background. Can you see my presentation?
Yeah, we can see.
Oh, cool. So my name is Stepan. I'm the project manager of Adorable Team Impulse System, and here you can see our members: Maxim, Yuri, Andrei, Alexander, Vladislav, and me. So, I'm honored to present you our project, Avail, volunteer platform, search, connect, and help. I have no need to explain what is volunteering, as it became such a popular and shared way of helping each other. But being volunteers, talking with volunteers, a lot of us faced up with such 2 main problems: how to find volunteers if you are a volunteer organization, or how to find volunteer opportunities if you just volunteer. So our app is going to be a solution for these problems. The main idea of our platform is to improve communication between volunteers and volunteer organizations. So here you can post announcements as organization to search helpers, and here you can search these opportunities as just a volunteer. Talking globally, we just, of course, strive to help people fast and efficiently. I would rather say even help people. But we can do this only by improving communication between volunteers and volunteer organizations. Mutual aid, unity, and support, the values are really close to our team, and the values we really want to share the whole Ukraine and even the whole world. How does it work? Let's take a look deeper. So, for example, we can have an organization that is searching for volunteers. What it should do? Just go to our platform, sign up, choose your role as organization, verify, you fill up your profile with your data. You already get account. Here you can create task, which is that announcement you are searching for volunteers. Here you can write how many volunteers you need, when, where, etc. And done, you're just waiting for volunteers. From the other side, there is a volunteer who is searching for opportunities. He does the same job, he registration, but difference, he goes to searching page, and just by filtering, for example, location or type of job, it could be transporting, it could be reloading, he just searching the opportunities and applies to them. So these tasks, these announcements, it is the way we want to connect organization and volunteers. But they are not only big ideas, it is also a big work that already have been done. As I have said, we had mobile version of this platform. Also, we had a desktop version of this platform where you can send register and use it, etc. Here you can see a stack of technologies, and why will it be successful? For us, the answer is clear. Volunteering in Ukraine is not popular but necessary nowadays, and it shows really great results. So demand is really big. So it's obvious why our platform would be used. Even more and even larger demand will be, of course, after the victory, when we will have to rebuild and help each other even more. And of course, it's a small offer as not so many alternatives.
Stepan, sorry, Stepan, you have reached your limit. So now we need to take a few minutes for the QA section. So,
okay.
Jury, if you wanted to ask something, feel free.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. I don't worry about running out of time. I think it is very clear exactly what your platform does, and I think it is a very good idea. I'm thinking a good way to build on this would be to have on-ramps to the platform from social media such as Instagram or WhatsApp, where you could publish what you're doing and beam it out to your friends and followers. And in that way, you can, as a volunteer, attract other volunteers as a way to get the critical mass to use the platform. But a good presentation. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Thank you. We also thought about that. Yes.
So I think also it's a great idea, and a bit like recruiting agency. If you can make it really, you had some filters there. If you can make it really so the volunteer could really work with things that it's really good at, and that suits the volunteering organization very good. So if you could filter that down to get really high quality on these matches, it would probably be a lasting volunteer working for this volunteering organization. So I think you're onto something there, that you could develop more like some kind of recruiting agency.
Yes, thank you. We really believe that we can improve volunteering process in Ukraine. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your attention.
Yeah, I think, I mean, there's clearly a need for this right now. And so it's very opportunistic and it's clearly the right thing to do. You didn't mention competitors. I'm surprised if there wouldn't be competitors in this space, but if there aren't, this is a...
There are not much of them, to be honest.
Sorry, what were you saying?
There are not a lot of them, to be honest. I mean, there are not a lot of competitors in Ukraine.
Okay, that's next. So I'm thinking that this is for volunteer work, but in the future, this could also, if this, I think a project like this has a great network effect potential. So if you can build a marketplace of people who are in need of help and people who are willing to help, that could then later on transition into, payments for easier tasks. And so that I could see this turn into some sort of local mechanic Turk, where so I can see this growing into a really large network, and then from that network you could monetize this in multiple ways, even if it's originally just for volunteer work. So yeah, super high potential, I think.
Thank you so much.
So thank you, Stepan, for your presentation. The Q&A section for your project is over. And that was the last team for the first part. And I wanted to give the word to our juries about today's event, about your impressions. If you want to tell us something, feel free.
Well, I mean, I would love to just say thank you to everybody who have clearly put so much time and effort into these presentation, into these ideas. It's clear that each of you just presenting so much passion and excitement about your ideas, and I can also appreciate how much of a kind of a nervous feeling it might be to present like this. And so yeah, I just wanted to applaud you for a great job. I'm super impressed.
Same here. Really good work, every one of you.
Yes, I agree completely with previous speakers. Fantastic to sit and listen to your pitches. Well done. I would also encourage you to, when you work in this stage, try to focus as much as you can on the problem and not on your solution, because the solution will change, but fall in love with the problem and not in your solution. So that is a good mindset. Also a common, if this were to be presented as real investor pitch decks, I think a lot of your cases would benefit from if you could say something about cost to gain customers. So if you could say that we've done some experiments and we think that it will cost us $2 per new customer, and that in time that cost will come down to, or in some way dress your business in costs, then it would also be ready to take to talk with investors. So that is an interesting metric that many people look at. But fantastic, and our hearts go to Ukraine every day from Sweden, just so you know.
Markíjan, yourself. Yourself.
So my turn. I've been trying to be quiet like today because we had a very nice comments from other juries. Yes, so for me, I very much agree on all the comments that Andres, you left regarding the really concentrated on the business problem, right? And really, I would kind of encourage you to kind of investigate more potential clients and really kind of communicating with them. And in scope of your prototypes, just not try to really kind of work on the features and implement them in the app. It's on the first thing, right? But I pretty much like the prototypes that we had regarding that pet project was a Figma, right? Because it was very much clear, and I actually will put a very big mark for that prototype, right? Because it was very much clear how will the UI look like, right? And it would be really nice to go to particular clients and really investigate and then kind of have some interview sessions with them, and they will be able to give like feedback, which will be very much kind of close to kind of the actual system, right? Like on my opinion, we have at least like 50% of all the projects that we've been having today will be quite easy to do kind of first prototypes and acquire first clients. And as for me, they look like a really viable business models. Like, so for example, the project regarding the selling of automobile parts, right? It's really important for us to have that, because like how it currently works in Ukraine, we basically are trying to buy those parts from let's say Allegro from Poland, right? Because there are a lot of kind of access to auto parts from Poland, and in Ukraine, like kind of margins that kind of shops that are selling parts are selling, they are quite big. And if you will manage to really prepare a very nice aggregator for parts that will be able to provide the best kind of price, it's really viable business models that will be quite easy to achieve in terms of technical solution, even though kind of really building all those value chain networks and figuring out how to transfer those parts will be probably even more complex, but still this looks like a viable business model. So it's possible to comment about every project. Everything was nice. And as I said, just encourage you guys to continue. Don't leave it as just as your university assignment. Continue doing and kind of improving it. Again, you could contact me if you would want to receive some help or kind of consulting on where you should go next and what to do next. I will be pretty kind of available to kind of discuss this with you. So yeah, and good luck and success to everyone to realize their business models.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, expert, and thank you so much, students. We have 3 minutes to go to second section, and students who is right now in first one is welcome to join other 10 teams, which will be presented 10 project for our new expert. If expert would like to continue be with us, you are welcome to stay in the second section. For scoring, please, do you have access to chat in these teams? Right now, do you have access to chat? Probably you.
No, I don't have it. I don't have it.
Don't have it. Okay, in this case, please send me your list table and I will calculate during second section and introduce such results to students.
So you need it within an hour or so?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You can show probably your if you have a computer now. Okay, just send me. I hope students trust me, and yeah, I will collect your score and make them for the exam.
I will email you.
To my email address.
We're analog here, so we need to jump on this digitalization project.
You can accuse that, yeah. In case something happened. Okay, absolutely. I am fantastic. And students, if you have access to the chat, you can send message to our expert. I can send up to that. You have some feedback from students probably because you have 1 minute still. If not, just put in chat your thought about event today, about everything. And secondary is barometer for the entrepreneurship is open for your fill out. Please do that because it's extra 10 scores for your exam. And especially be honest to feel that because I need such input for improve our education process in next who will came to us. Okay, welcome to second section. And thank you, Andres, thank Thomas, thank David, thank Markíyan, thank students, thank Roman. You did a very good job. Unfortunately, second to not all of you joined us, but it's very good job.
Thank you very much. It's been great.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, this was fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
Блядь, я не туди зайшов.